The first thing my son always does when he gets out of bed is brush his teeth. He gets up, goes to the bathroom in whatever he's wearing, and brushes his teeth. And not a cursory scrub either. At least 10 seconds is spent per tooth, and when each is shining, he spends another 2 minutes flossing. Finally, he swishes mouthwash with an energy matched only by a tidal wave, and then goes on to his next task, eating. It's baffling. Life with a 6-year-old, I guess, but he then immediately has cereal with milk. He'll scream if he's served anything else. Can you guess what he does after he eats? He brushes his goddamn teeth. I think it has to do with his stuffed animals, honestly. He's got a few rows of them, all lined up on his bed. Sharks, monkeys, tigers, crocodiles, even a zebra. He picks them out specifically, and I bet you can imagine why. For their bright, shiny teeth. He's even got a little toothbrush for them. And every day before he goes to school, he pretends to brush their teeth. Not for the length he spends on his own, thank God. We'd never leave the house. Maybe the kid wants to be a dentist. He's never said so, and I've never asked, mostly because I don't want to put the idea in his head. He always makes sure, though, that he's standing in the doorway whenever someone else in the family brushes. He used to tell us how long to do it, or to remember to floss, but his older sister yelled at him once, and now he just watches, his intent eyes meeting ours in the mirror. Only, he's still mumbling to himself, just not loud enough for anyone to hear. You know how you watch your kid brush their teeth for a while when they first get started, make sure they're doing it right? Yeah, I've stopped that. I know his mouth is going to be cleaner than a surgical table, so I don't worry. I also get bored. It's militant. But I had to remind him the other day to not brush too hard. He took a bite of food, and it clearly hit a nerve or something, because he made a noise and tried to pass it off as nothing. I tried to look in his mouth to see what the problem was, but he wouldn't let me. You try prying open a 6-year-old's mouth, I'll wait. I booked an appointment at the dentist, but it's another month out. Free healthcare, right? The pain is clearly bothering him at night, though, because he woke me up 3 nights ago. Or rather, he didn't try to, but it's hard to not get woken up when a kid comes at you with a toothbrush in your sleep. Maybe it's a sleepwalking problem, though, because as I took the brush out of his hands and carried him back to bed, he mumbled, "He said I've got to convert you." That's some spooky shit. I know I'm not raising a Damien here, and kids say the darndest things and all that, but I tell ya, I spent an extra few seconds on my teeth the next morning so he'd stop staring at me in the mirror. It seemed like he forgot the incident. 2 days ago, though, I noticed a bit of blood on the side of his mouth. Nothing major, he probably just slipped, but he literally ran away when I tried to wipe it away. I booked a general checkup at the doctor then, but that one's 2 weeks away. Might as well go to Emerge at this point. That was around the time he stopped eating. It clearly caused him pain, but I got him on those drink supplements and figured that'll do him until we can take him in. He's a normal kid otherwise, but those teeth he was so proud of, he stopped showing them off too. He closes the door when he brushes, but he'll still have a fit if we do the same. He's started screaming, he has to know, every time. Note to self, stop watching scary movies with him in the next room. I put on a kids show last night, nice and loud so he could hear, and then went to bed. But I had the craziest dream anyways, probably brought on by my child's nighttime dentist checkup on me. He came into the room, trying not to wake me up, toothbrush in hand, and crept up beside the bed. At this point, I'm already awake, like in the dream, but didn't tell him so I could see what happened. He moves this toothbrush towards me, and it's not a brush at all, but one of those files, the kind they use on a horse's hooves. I haven't seen a horse in years, so I have no idea why my subconscious brought that into it. The kid's elated he hasn't woken me up though, and he finally smiles, but instead of his bright, shiny, perfect teeth, his mouth is filled with row on row of long, disfigured teeth filed to a point. When he closes his mouth and gets to work, 2 of them pierce through his lips and blood runs down his chin. At this point, I wake up, and of course, no one's in the room but me. My mouth hurts a lot, but probably from clenching them during the nightmare. I go check on him, and he's fast asleep, Shark Stuffy in his arms. I went back to bed, but I didn't sleep very well. I just wanted to get up and brush my teeth. So this morning, my mouth feels awful, and I think maybe the kids got it right. I should look after my dental health more. The nightmares are probably my subconscious telling me something's up. I went into the bathroom, and my son's already there. I reach for my toothbrush and spend a good minute on each tooth, then more time on flossing, admiring how sharp and pointed they are. When I'm done, I feel a nudge and reach down to take the file he's holding up. This was what my dream was telling me: proper dental health. We make eye contact in the mirror when I'm finished, and I smile, dribbles of blood spilling down my chin and onto my shirt. Well, I can change my shirt. That's the price you pay for great teeth, right? I could swear I heard him mumble, "He'll be happy." But he was probably pleased he finally got me on board with thorough teeth cleaning. Maybe a dentist for a son wouldn't be so bad. I should teach my daughter how to brush her teeth properly tonight.